So every year after participating in the counseling process, many students complain that they have lost their dream college just entirely because of the rank, the low rank they got. Just totally entirely because of their rank, which is not really true. It is just because they did not understand how JoSAA actually works or how any other counseling actually works. Okay, and the worst part is they will never be able to understand that. So congratulations to you, because you have clicked this video, you are watching this video, and the most important point is CSAB counseling is just going to start soon. So this video is definitely going to be a game changer for you. Your rank is not the only factor which books you a seat, and this is the only video available on YouTube that explains this thing. Okay, so you don't need to pay your thousands of rupees for those counselors again. And this video will be based on the root logic episode 1, in which I explained the reservation mechanism. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. Welcome to 3C. My name is Abhishek, a 4th year data science student, and this is episode 3 of root logic series, where we'll be exposing the internal working of admission counseling process. So for getting your desired seat, there is not only the rank factor which matters. There are two other major factors which affects your seat. Okay, the seat which you will be finally getting. Apart from rank, preference and the number of seats. Preference and the number of seats matter. Okay, so let's get started. Now assume you have to be assuming a very simple case so that you are able to connect everything simply, but you will be able to build a very powerful understanding about this. Okay, so assume that there are 20 students who are assigned, who have qualified the JEE exam. Okay, there are 20 students and they are assigned their ranks in this order: 1 2 3 4 5 6 up to 20 are the students. Okay, and assume their names to be the number they are representing, and by this G I mean this is a general category student, by R I mean the reserved category student. For simplicity, I have not mentioned OBC, ST, SC, all other categories. Okay, by R you just have to understand that this is some reserved category student, so by R I am representing it, and G general. Okay, seats. Now here are 3 institutes. Okay, A, B, C. You can assume any institute. Suppose A is IIT Bombay, B is NIT, anything, C is IIIT or any GFTI, likewise. Okay, so in each institute there are only 2 branches: CS mechanical by C and M. CS mechanical, CS mechanical. Okay, by G I mean general again, by R I mean reserve. This seat is reserved, that is why R. For simplicity again, I'm mentioning that I'm not mentioning SC, ST, OBC and all other students in this. Okay, so likewise all institutes are the same. Okay, now each of the students 1 2 3 4 up to 20, we are assuming for simplicity only for this time that they are having the same preference order. You understand, right? You have to fill a preference order in the counseling website. Okay, you have to submit the preference order in which you want an institute or branch, or you can say anything. So there are these many students. Okay, now what I'm saying that these students 1 2 up to 20 have the same preference order. We are assuming that. Okay, the first student is wanting in institute A computer science first, then in the same institute mechanical, followed by again he wants at the 3rd place wants institute B, in which he has put computer science above mechanical in the same institute, and likewise. So all of these students are having this preference order. Okay, now let's move on. Now tell me, how many seats are there? How many total seats are there? So in the entire process of the counseling, there are only 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 seats, right? Okay, out of which 1 2 3 4 5 6 are general seats, 1 2 3 4 5 6 are reserved seats. Okay, you are seeing it. So how JoSAA works, and you can also verify this information, this algorithm, how JoSAA actually works in the business rule. They have uploaded it, but nobody talks about it. I think many students are even not aware about it. So you can look at it, and I am not deviating from the explanation. Okay, I am actually sticking on to that business rule. Okay, the working rule, the behind algorithm. Okay, yes. So the algorithm, how it works, all the seats have to be filled, are tried to be filled. How? In the order of their ranks. Like the first rank will be asked first, the second rank will be asked second, the third rank will be asked third, and likewise. Now, why the first ranker is asked? Because he has the first rank, right? He is the most powerful person. Like you can understand it. ये सबसे बड़ा खिलाड़ी है, इससे पूछा जाएगा कि आप साहब क्या चाहते हैं, right? Okay. So, the first person, the rank 1 is a general student, okay? He will be asked, what do you want, sir? So, in the first preference, what does he want? He wants computer science at Institute A. Computer science at Institute A. So, the JoSAA, according to the first ranker first, sees whether or not there is any vacant seat for what he wants. So, is there a vacancy in Institute A for computer science? Institute A, computer science has 2 vacant seats, right? Yeah. So, what is his category? A general category student. How many seats are there for general? 1, 2, 1, 2. Cool. The second seat is in mechanical, but for general student, only 1 seat of computer science is there, right? So, is it empty? Yes, it is. So, it will be occupied by rank 1. Cool. Now, JoSAA moves to the second person, the second ranker, okay? He is a general category student. What does he want? What does he want? He wants computer science in Institute A as his first preference. So, JoSAA looks at it. Computer science, he is a general category student, whether or not there is a seat empty for it. Institute A, general category student, computer science, is there an empty seat? No. So, what does JoSAA do? It is occupied, so it moves to the second preference of the second ranker. JoSAA has to allot the seat to him, right? So, that is why he is looking at the preference, okay? He is looking at the preference. So, he is not getting this preference, so it moves to the second preference. What does the second ranker wants? In the Institute A, he is wanting mechanical. So, again, he looks for it. In the general category, is there a mechanical seat available? Yes. So, it fills. The second ranker gets mechanical seat. Okay. The first ranker, the second ranker has got the seat. Okay. Now comes the third ranker. Sahab, आप क्या चाहते हैं? Third ranker. He wants in Institute A computer science, mechanical. You know, you are seeing it. It is filled. Okay. He is a general category student. Then JoSAA moves to the third preference. In Institute B, computer science is preferred by the third ranker. So, is there a computer science seat available at Institute B for the third ranker? Yes, it is. So, it is filled by the third ranker. Again, it moves to the fourth ranker. But see, he is a reserve category student, right? Okay, let's see. What does this reserve category student wants? His preference is again the same. I have already mentioned, right? The preference order is same for all, okay? So that is why I'm assuming this to be same, so that the things become simple and you understand, okay? So the fourth ranker is a reserve category student, okay? What does he want? He wants Institute A, computer science as his first preference. So let's check it. Institute A, computer science. Is there a seat? Okay. If you have watched my reservation wala video, then in that video I have already explained to you that whether it is a reserve category student or general category student, any student, first of all, only the general seat is looked for. Only if the general category student, or I mean the general seats are not vacant for the reserve category student, then only his reservation power will be used, okay? So see here, in Institute A, computer science. So what will be looked for always for any category student? The general seat. Is it empty? No, but he has his power, reservation. Is the reservation, the reserve seat empty? Yes, it is. It will be given to whom? The fourth ranker, who is actually at the fourth rank in the CRL, and he will be called the first ranker of his category. In the category list, he is at the first rank, okay? So I am also explaining to you the category, okay? In his category, he is the first ranker, and in common rank list, he is having fourth rank. So he is taking this seat. The JoSAA has allotted the seat to this particular student. Okay, cool. Now let's move to the fifth student, who is a general category student. What does he want? He wants computer science, mechanical, and so on. And we are seeing that for general category student, computer science is filled, mechanical is filled in Institute A. Also in Institute B, computer science is already filled. Okay, the third preference. The fourth preference in Institute B, mechanical, for that general student. He cannot take this seat. Okay, this one is a reserved seat, right? It will only be utilized by reserved students. Okay, so he, the fifth ranker, will get what? This one. So likewise, you are seeing, right? This is done. Okay, now reserve category, reserve category, reserve category. Likewise, you can I know you have now connected the dots. So the sixth student will get what? Tell me. This thing? Yes, right. The seventh, this thing. The eighth, this thing. Now here comes the general category student. So I am always explaining to you how JoSAA always iterates the process. It runs actually behind the code loop of seeing and matching again the same things again and again. Almost every time, not almost every time, it is coding, right? So exactly every time it runs and checks whether or not the seat is empty or not, whether or not he is a first general category student or reserve category student, and likewise. And in reality, the system is more complex. Okay, so yeah. Again, the ninth ranker is general. Okay, so what is his preference? First preference, he wants Institute A, computer science, which is filled. Mechanical, which is filled. In Institute B, computer science is filled. Mechanical is filled. In Institute B, CS is not filled. So the ninth ranker will get CS. For 10th, again the same process, checking, filled, seat filled. So again, mechanical. Okay, the 11th ranker. Now see the thing. 11th ranker is the general category student. Now tell me, is there a seat left for any general category student? No, right? So will he get a seat? No, he's not going to get a seat. So general category student, उन लोग का काम तमाम हो गया. JoSAA has allotted in round number 1. This is round 1. Okay, so in round number 1, JoSAA has completely allotted all the seats to general students, and the general students are not having any chance of getting any seat in this particular round. Okay, so it is all filled. Now 11th general, 12th general, 13th general student is not getting any seat, but 14 is reserve category student. Okay, 14th is reserve category student. Okay, so this 14th rank student is going to get what? You can assume, right, from the preference, filled in the reserve category, filled in the reserve category, but this is empty, right? This, the fourth preference. So 14th general category student is 15, he is not getting seat. 16th is again the reserve one. So sorry, again the reserve one. So you can see how in the first round seat is allotted. So after internally doing all of this, JoSAA releases the result of round 1, that these are the only students who have got the seat and these are the students who have not got the seat, right? Now the students are given choices whether to freeze that seat, to float this seat, to slide that seat, right? So these are the options which can be exercised by these students for according to how they find fit, right? So what do they do? Now here comes a big question. How does rounds actually go on? You've heard of 6 rounds, 7 rounds. So how does it happen that seats remain vacant, and how do other students get chance? How do they get chance? So what actually happens, you are seeing that all seats are full, right? All of the seats are actually full. Then how comes there is a vacant seat or something is created like that? Okay, so I am telling you that for these number of reasons, okay, there will be seats which will be again vacant. Say for example, this student has left the process, okay, so this seat remains vacant, has become vacant. Okay, also there is one more student, say for example, you can say this student. Okay, let's take another student, this student. Cool. You are seeing that these seats, okay, these seats are vacant. Now what others have done, say for example, this particular student has freeze the seat. He is wanting the seat, he is not moving anywhere. Okay, let's say this student has also freeze the seat, he is not going anywhere. Let's say that all of other students have chosen to float the seat, to want to go to the higher preference. They want the seat to actually get a better one, right? Okay, so in the second round of the JoSAA counseling, how the internal thing will work? Again, the same thing will happen. So these and these are vacant seats. Okay, so this student has freezed. He does not want any promotion or anything. He has accepted a seat. Okay, now within the reserve category and general category, there will be things which will be checked. Okay, so the reserve category seat is vacant, right? The general category seat is vacant at Institute B. So you see that at rank 9, the ninth ranker is having Institute C, but in the preference, what does he want? He wants to get here, right? So he goes here. The system allocates 9th this seat. This cannot be allocated to him, right? And this cannot be allotted to him because this is reserve seat and he is a general category student. So he goes here. Okay. Again, he has not chosen to freeze, right? He has chosen to float. So in the reserve category, what does he want? He wants to go where? In the preference order, higher preference order. So he goes here. You understand, right? Cool. Likewise, this ranker, what does he want? He wants to go higher. He goes higher. Again, there is one more important thing for you to understand, that in this process also he will be again checked for whether there is a general category, a general seat available for these reserve category student at first or not. If he is not able to compete with that general seat, only if he is not able to get by rank that seat, then he is allotted the reserve seat. But for simplicity, I am doing these things. Okay, so you can hold that concept every time, but for simplicity, I am showing how it works. Okay, so again, what happens? Everyone is settled now. So what will happen now to this empty seat? The other students will get chance. So the 11th rank general student was not getting any chance in the first round. Okay, now in the second round he will get the seat, right? The 11th student. So where he is going to get the seat? Here, right? The 12th here, the 13th one. In this round he is not getting the seat, right? So he will not get the seat. The 14th one already got the seat. See, now the 16th also got the seat. 17th, now this for the first time is going to be allotted a seat in second round of the counseling. So cool. So I think this thing is by now pretty much clear that how it works. Cool. CSAB releases the list of all the vacancies in the NIT plus system. By NIT plus system I mean NITs, triple ITs and all the GFTIs. Okay, so now the round comes for CSAB and it generally has 2 rounds, but this year 3 rounds. So it is really a golden opportunity you should never miss. So you have to participate in CSAB round. Why I'm saying this? First of all the students do not participate in CSAB round. Okay, the chance of getting any seat is very much unpredictable. Okay, before moving ahead to CSAB counseling, I want to hit a very important point here. Okay, so see what I told, that the preference order I chose was the same for all the rankers, right? Now in JoSAA counseling at the very starting round, what do I assume? That let's say for example all students actually have different preference list. Okay, so for this thing to be clear, I am assuming that only the second number student is having a preference list of what? Let's say for example BC, BM, AC, AM, CC, CM. Now what he wants? He wants that the second ranker wants that the institute B should be the institute where he is going to get admitted. Okay, so what he has done, he is wanting the institute B first. So what is good for the third ranker? What is good? It is good because when the JoSAA will be allocating the seat for the first ranker, he will be allocating this one, okay, 1. But for the second ranker, he wants what? The institute B. So his first preference is computer science at Institute B. See, This is not failed yet. And the third ranker wants what? The third ranker wants this preference. So he will get this institute, A. But by NIRF ranking, maybe this institute is IIT Bombay, this institute is IIT Delhi, and there happens to be cases, there are few students who actually choose IIT Delhi over IIT Bombay, where most of the students are preferring IIT Bombay. There are few students who actually choose to go to IIT Delhi, and this is what I want to explain to you, that even the third ranker, even if he is having a lower rank, I mean numerically higher rank, then also he is going to get institute A, which is greater in demand. And this is just the adjacent rankers, right? It actually happens in reality also, that by combination of all these effects, there is a possibility of lower ranker student, I mean by low rank I mean numerically high rank, okay, I am saying bad ranker students actually get highly demanded college just because of the preference order, by other students, right? So finally comes the CSAB counseling for the vacancies. Okay, so the CSAB counseling is a golden opportunity for many students, and we have always seen in recent years, in past years, that CSAB counseling has given seats which is lost hope of, right? Students do not actually have idea that they will get the seat, but they actually got the seat in past. So this is why this is very much unpredictable. Okay, so what actually happens, that list of vacant seats is first displayed. Okay, so what are actually those are actually somewhat like this. Okay, there may have been the thing that these seats were left over by the students. Okay, these seats were left over by those students. Okay, so CSAB counseling follows the same method to allot the seats, okay, to the students who have applied for the CSAB counseling. This CSAB counseling also gives opportunity to the new applications. Okay, so the ones who are not able to fill the JoSAA form are eligible to apply for CSAB counseling. This also gives students the chance to restore their category if they were disqualified for the category, or they were not able to produce the forms, the category certificate on the real time, right? So this gives second chance. So that is why CSAB counseling is said to be the lifesaver for most of the students. Okay, so please participate in this counseling because it is actually going to come. Okay, so right now you have understood the process, and I want you to actually think for yourself. Go to website of JoSAA, go to websites of CSAB, see the seat matrix. Nobody sees the seat matrix. Why? See the seat matrix by yourself. Okay, so you have to keep your eyes on the vacancy, the seat matrix, okay, the colleges, the things which actually matter to you, only to you. And this is why the preference list is created, right? The things which actually matter to you, you have to create that preference list, and just forget about how the cutoff went, how the colleges are ranked. You just have to think your thing, right? What you are going to get in that college, what are the courses available, whether or not your interest aligns with that or not. This is the most important thing which you have to realize, my friend. Okay, so yeah, I hope this helped. Thank you.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got